The most common way that psoriasis or eczema patients waste their time in getting cured is that they hop from one doctor to another or from one type of treatment to another. I know this because I suffered from psoriasis for several decades and have recently healed from it, and I wish someone had told me this earlier and had not wasted time hopping from one doctor to another or from one type of treatment to another. So before I go into the video and talk more about how you can rectify this mistake, I'll like to invite you to sign up for the waitlist. So I'm going to be doing a program for the first and last time in 2024. This is my first time doing it, where I'm going to help people who've been suffering from psoriasis or eczema, whether they've been diagnosed recently or they've been suffering for years. Then I'm going to help them get clearer skin in 6 weeks. So I'm going to tell you more about the program at the end of the video, so stay tuned if you want to know more. And the wait list is because I'm going to only open it up to 3 to 5 people. So if you want to be notified before others about the program and you want to know more details about how you can transform your skin in 6 weeks, then sign up for the wait list. It's going to be in the description box below. Okay, so coming back to the most common mistake that I've seen amongst other psoriasis and eczema patients as well as me, because I didn't know better, is hoping that the next invention in medicine and in research for curing psoriasis or eczema is going to cure them, or a better doctor is going to cure them, or a doctor of more repute is going to cure them. That's not the case. And I have seen people how they have wasted time doing that, including me. So what happens when you spend more time with this inflammatory disease such as psoriasis or eczema is that you also run the risk of getting other chronic diseases such as diabetes, blood pressure, and of course the psoriatic arthritis that is commonly known. So the longer your body is being ravaged by this autoimmune condition, which is highly inflammatory, then you also run the risk of getting other chronic diseases. And of course, needless to say, you have reduced prospects in your personal and professional life. I personally know a person who had put off her masters because she wanted to be away from prying eyes and awkward questions because of the lesions on her skin, as well as someone else who quit his job because his colleagues would refuse to sit next to him at work. Now, for me, I don't share this story enough. I've shared it once, but I think it's very important. I'll come to that in a bit. So what I did, I started with allopathy, went to homeopathy, Ayurveda, been without medicines for a long time, used food as medicine, and then also within these types of treatments, which also included acupuncture, I shifted from one doctor to another. So I have been there, done that. And when I was diagnosed at the age of 6, there was not much knowledge about it, so I understand, but thankfully there is internet now, and there are more people that you can come across who've suffered from it and hopefully healed from it. So and by healing, I really mean healing in a way that you are not scared of it coming back. And for me, that's healing, because psoriasis does go away. It's not permanent, but it again comes back. That's a common fear amongst all psoriasis or eczema patients. And this method that I came across is very good at preventing future flares. So anyway, like I mentioned, I tried all of that. What I noticed is that even with food detox, even with detoxes that I've done at the hospital that you've seen me do, people often ask me like, why are you going back again? Well, it's a detox. Toxins come into our body from time to time and we have to detox it. But I would notice that at the 3rd or 4th month mark, my spots would come back or flares would come back. So that was my experience. And even I have seen so many girls at the hospital. What happens typically in this I have heard and have seen with homeopathy and Ayurveda is that sometimes whatever disease you're trying to cure, they get worse before they get better. So at that point, people start panicking, naturally so. And also psoriasis or eczema, like I have already mentioned, it gets better and then it can come back. So either way, people panic whenever it gets bad, and they're already planning and researching who will be their next doctor because they think that they're not getting the right cure from this current doctor, right? So I've done that too. I totally understand. It's just that I now know better, and I'm like in my mind screaming when they're telling me that they're already planning the next doctor, or trying to get their hands on the newest medicine, that no, that's not is what is going to cure you. But obviously I don't tell them, because not everybody is in a place to hear that. But if you watch this video so long, then I'm guessing you're probably interested and intrigued by what is this thing. And like I keep saying, it's mental detox. So I was going to tell you about the story, which is very interesting, and I should repeat the story more often, is that how interesting mental detox is. So I was going to the same hospital in 2018 for my freckles. I was at that point where I had a horrific flare in 2017. The pictures of it are still very traumatizing when I look at it for video purposes and all those things, or it comes up in my Google memories, Google photo memories. But anyway, I had a horrific flare, and then in 2018 I was having 2 or 3 spots, maybe some in my scalp, and I was more than happy with it. I was absolutely okay with it. I was not looking for a complete cure because it was better than what I had before. But I was going to the hospital for my freckles, and since all doctors ask you what is it, what else you have going on, and it's also a skin condition, I told them about psoriasis, and they also gave me medicines. But I was not really expecting any remarkable result or complete cure, because I was resigned to my fate of having psoriasis for the rest of my life, and therefore I also didn't see any remarkable results. And then again in 2023 I went to the same hospital for something else. At that time I thought I had UTI, but at that again they asked me, it was a different department, to the gynae department I went, and they told me, since you have psoriasis, because they again asked, they asked me to go to the Panchakarma department, which does these detoxes and so on. And again I was not very keen on going, because I have been there, done that, and therefore I was not really interested in going and having medicines, because when you know that you're not going to get cured, why have these medicines? It's still a chore, it still feels like work. So if I'm not going to get cured, why go through the pain of having medicines daily, right? So sometimes I would probably even, like earlier in 2018, skip the medicines and so on, because again I was not expecting anything remarkable to happen. So however, this time, in the same hospital, I had been going there for years, right? Earlier I have been there, even way earlier in 2010 I've been there for psoriasis. And it's so interesting that I have this hospital that I have been going to, but I never met the current team of doctors that I met this time, who put me through a detox, and then eventually asked me to do a mental detox once they saw that the flares are coming back after every 3-4 months. And they told me that is the most important thing, which I believe I attribute this change in luck, as they say it, due to I attribute this to mental detox. Because what changed? I mean, I was the same person. Yeah, physically I was the same person, having 3 or 4 spots here, and the hospital has been there for decades, right? Yet, and the doctor, by the way, I inquired to ask, if the doctor is new, how come I never came across this doctor earlier? I mean, the doctor, the team, the department had been there all along, but I never got to go there, even though I was going there for the same issue. So I definitely think it's because of mental detox. So here's the thing, what I'm trying to say is that you can go to the best doctor, best hospital, have the same medicines as someone else, and not have the same results if you're not doing the mental detox. So mental detox is the key. You can, like I said, and the doctor said that too, I can give you the medicines, but then you have to be able to manage your emotions, which I call detoxing mentally. And that is a skill set that I had to learn, and that I wish to teach others, so that you can empower yourself. Because what happens with this is that you're not, first of all, not only saving time in getting healed and cutting out the risk of getting other chronic diseases, such as like the ones I mentioned, you're saving money that you would have otherwise invested going from one doctor to another, because with every doctor there's a new set of medicines and so on, and the whole thing. And then, needless to say, obviously your prospects in other aspects of your life, the things that you've been putting off, such as your like going for that job or the promotion, because you're scared of what people will think and say and how they will stare at your body, or even dating for that matter, because that's a big thing, that's a big concern, which I totally understand. Maybe I will take that up in one of it's something that if you are interested in knowing more about that and how to handle that, which I totally understand can be a concern for the person marrying you, then that is also something we can look at in the program. And this program, by the way, is going to have 2 pillars. Oh yeah, let me talk about the other benefits of mental detox apart from the health, is that it's going to rapidly and very visibly impact other aspects of your life. So once you're able to heal and hold a certain higher level of health, your wealth, your relationships, your career, everything else, your overall quality of life improves. And that I have already shared in my other video about health and wealth, and how everything else, when you do a mental detox, what you're doing is basically taking out all the unnecessary junk from your body, and when there is space and you are filling it with good things, such as whatever I'll teach you, such as positive thoughts, new ways of thinking, living and being, then you are going to attract more of good things. So the universe does not like empty spaces. Whenever there's empty space, it's going to fill it with something new, and then you get to decide, because you're going to be doing the mental detox, you're going to be aware, and you're going to be able to control your mind as to what you let inside and what thoughts you think and what words you say, and that is going to decide what is going to come in. So if there is empty space, disease can come in or health can come in, but you, because you've done the mental detox, you'll be able to decide what really comes into your body, and therefore you will have a better quality of life in every aspect. So I can vouch for this, because through mental detox, not only my health but my wealth and relationships, everything they have transformed. But I know that that may not be the most important priority for you, because when I was suffering and I was having flares, I didn't care about my wealth or relationships. I just wanted to get better and just wanted to have good, clear skin. So I know it's possible, and I wish that you would also think it's possible, because that's what makes the difference. And you learn how to do all that in this program. In 6 weeks you will get clearer skin, and also make sure that you're not getting the flares back, and therefore have a better quality of life overall. So this program is going to have 2 components. The physical detox, many people are asking me, what is a physical detox? It's a food detox. So just like with weight, when you start a weight loss journey, whether you've started or someone else who started, it's common knowledge nowadays, even if people are not trying to lose weight, they know what is required, which is a calorie deficit in the beginning. That is, you spend more calories than you intake. That is what kickstarts the process of weight loss, improves your metabolism, gives you that shift in the weighing scale. You can see the loss, and then that motivates you to either maintain it or keep going, that is, lose more. So similarly with food detox, we're going to start with that. You're going to see quick results, and to be able to maintain that result of clear skin so that it doesn't come back, you're going to know the 3-step process that I have created in order to do a mental detox, which you can use for the rest of your life. So it has 2 pillars: physical detox, which is food detox, and then you have the mental detox with the 3-step process, the step-by-step method that I have for you. And yeah, so that program is going to be launched, I am thinking September, so that before the festive season starts in India, and the festive season overall in the world, Christmas and all those things come up, you can get clear skin so that you can celebrate with your family and friends without a worry. And I'm thinking September. Initially I was thinking November is when I will enroll the students, but let's see. I'm not decided about that. Let's see what the inspiration is. Let's see what people need. If you have any preferred start date, be it September or November, let me know. I'll have to also work around my schedule, because I won't be available in October. So it's a 6-week program, so I'll have to keep that in mind so that it gets over before October. So most likely it will be in November or September, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, it only opens once this year, and for the first time I'm doing it, so it's going to be the price is going to be a no-brainer. I'm going to be increasing the price at least thrice once it reopens again later on in 2025. So you want to get on this wait list because it's limited numbers intake only, and it's going to be life changing.